We're giving both financial and mentorship support. And in addition to the mentorship support, we're also giving apprenticeship support. So ensuring that 1, they get trained, 2, they get empowered, 3, they get the mentorship, 4, they get the apprenticeships. Each of them has a minimum standard that you will need to achieve. So we need to do a lot of quality control, and that first of all starts from the quality of 1, the trainers, the master trainers, 2, the quality of the manuals that are developed, standardized manuals, 3, the quality of the delivery, so to say. Now, for us, an additional layer to that is that when we're thinking about the project, when we came on board, is that, okay, well, how would we guarantee that these people not only get all of this support, but also use it? So that question for us came, it had a variety of answers, but it came, basically, to summarize, the answers came from 1, we need to identify the right beneficiaries. Now, apart from them fitting the categories outlined by the donor, 2, they have to be already motivated to do the things that they have said that they are interested in. So if somebody tells you that they're interested in welding and metal works, it shouldn't be just because they are claiming to be interested. It should be because they're genuinely interested. Now, one can judge on a scale of 1 to 100, differently how to measure that. I don't think the best way is to actually see what they've been doing before. However, we don't have all of that time, so we are able to do that by, you're signing up. What are you signing up for? What skills do you already have? What are you interested in? Basically, some baseline assessments were done. So we basically placed these young people in the areas that they showed interest in, right? Or demonstrated interest in. So that's very key, because if you are interested in something and you get support with that thing, you most likely do use that support or that information. So we hope that that will translate to ensuring that they actually succeed on this project. The second part, which is also has to do with the training, the quality of the training. So we're looking at not just trainers who know the content, but truly transformative trainers. So it's just like the theory of having a teacher who can teach and a teacher who can teach and also mentor a student. I don't know if that makes sense. So it's one thing to know your content, your stuff, and then it's another thing to be able to really teach a student in a manner that they walk out of the class feeling like, I can do this, I'm going to do this. So we wanted that profile of trainer. That was what we're looking for. A trainer who can transform these young people. So we're not looking for just content, we're looking for a mental shift. Because for us, after discovering that, okay, we need young people who are motivated or who can demonstrate that they are interested in this area, the second part is what we're trying to do is behavior change. So we're trying to influence them in a manner where they'll go from being idle or basically just sitting and waiting for what will come to being proactive young people who are able to engage their ideas, engage the knowledge they already have, and engage the resources within their environment to take action. So those are some of the things that we're looking at. So for us, really, success is at mdyrp level. That's removing ourselves from the contract now just a bit, stepping away and looking at it from, okay, this thing that we're doing, what do we want to see? We want to see truly transformed young people who are inspired to take action, based on the information, based on the resources, based on the support that we've given them, and really hit the ground running in terms of going to implement these ideas, going to scale their businesses, going to actively get engaged. Even if it is a small token that they got, they are motivated enough to bootstrap their way out of that micro level to something significant, hopefully in a couple of years' time. So success really for us is that. And the hope for that is not just with these young people, that as they do and succeed, other young people in their communities would be inspired. So basically we look at them as change agents within a community, that we're training change agents, right? We're training them and putting them back into their communities so that they can be examples to other young people who did not have the opportunity to be on the program. So hopefully if there is ever going to be an intervention program that follows after this kind of project in those locations. We have success stories and, to some extent, business mentors. They now become the mentors.
Indigenous business mentors.
Yes, local business mentors who will now become mentors to the next group of, perhaps, whichever group of youth that we have trained in afterwards. So it doesn't have to be this team, but we are following them up, capturing a lot of details about them in terms of location, in terms of ensuring that they have bank accounts, that they enter the official, the formal banking sector, because these are issues that have to relate, that hinder people from progressing in life, from prospering adequately, because when you don't have proper identification, you cannot get a bank account. When you don't have a bank account, you cannot really do proper bookkeeping, like tracking your sales or tracking your income and expenditure, so to say. And when you don't have all of this, even if you start a business, you're not able to engage some of the new tools and opportunities that are available for you to either sell to new markets or, adopt new and cheap, affordable systems that would require less effort, that you can essentially automate processes, so that you don't need to hire somebody or you don't need to figure it out by yourself. There's probably an app or a system that can do that for you. So essentially that's where we're pushing them to, so that they will become the change agents within their communities, and so doing drag other young people towards that direction. And if and when other intervention programs come, they're not going to start from scratch. They'll be layering on a lot of these, opportunities to move forward.